What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's one I'm going to be doing something that not a whole lot of people do. I'm going to walk through and tell you everything I hate about this car. So there won't be a single thing that isn't mentioned. I'm going to be completely transparent and just tell you everything I don't like, everything that's wrong with it, because I don't know, I get so many DMs from people saying that, you know, your car's so perfect, how do you get it so clean? I've bought a G6E because of your car, which that's my favorite one. I love getting messages like that. And you know, just, you know, your car's perfect, blah blah blah. Now I'm not, you know, tooting my own horn, but I do get heaps of messages like that, and I purely just wanted to show you guys that not everything you see online is as it is in, you know, person. So I'm going to be very transparent, show all the imperfections, just because I don't want, you know, people to think that for their car to be liked, it has to be at a certain standard, or, you know, it has to be perfect in every aspect. At the end of the day, we all like cars for our own different reasons. I think one of the biggest things I like about the car scene is, or not even the car scene, just being a car enthusiast, is that you can build a car or modify a car to represent who you are and your interests. So for me, I've tried to go the perfect balance between performance and aesthetics, which I think I've done all right. I know there's a lot of things I could do to sort of make it look cooler, and then there's a lot of things I could do to make it perform a lot better. So I'm just in the middle of that, I think. There's a lot of things I do want to do, but that's just money, time, and all those fun things. So that's that. Now, in saying that, there's people that purely want to focus on aesthetics and they don't really care about the power. Cool, that's completely up to you. Then there's the people that want to crack 1,000 horsepower and keep it looking stock so it's a sleeper. Again, all comes down to personal preference. So that's what I think is so cool about, you know, modifying a car and building a car. You can do it to however you want. At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way, and I just wanted to, you know, tell you guys that are watching, and, you know, maybe you'll be able to appreciate your car a little more just by accepting the car for what it is. That's what I do with this. This is in no means a show car. Just to prove that point, look how dirty the back is. It's full of McDonald's rubbish from this morning, Pokemon jumpers. I don't drive this car often, I work away, but when I am home, I drive this car. I drive it like it's a Ford Fiesta. It's no show car. I'm not afraid to, you know, I just drive it. And a lot of the battle scars of this are purely for that reason. A lot of them are from when I did the road trip to Sydney for World Time Attack. I've got road chips all over it. But again, I'm not gonna, you know, wrap up the front bar and, you know, put different wheels on or put it on a trailer. I made this car the way it is to enjoy it while driving it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to drive it as is, and you know, just enjoy it for what it is. So I'm going to start at the front, go down to the back, expose everything, and maybe you'll be able to see that it's not as perfect as it might look on Instagram or whatever you guys may think, but I just want to be, you know, real honest about it and show you guys, and who knows, maybe it might inspire me to go through and fix the problem. So start at the front and we'll get through it. Alright, so starting up the front, I'm going to get straight into it. This front bar is cooked. Underneath that is so scratched up. It's a low car, it gets slammed over speed bumps, driveways, you name it. So there's that. Not only that, it has rock chips everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same with the bonnet, there's rock chips. That's mainly from my Sydney trip. Thankfully my car's black underneath, you can't really see them, but, you know, from here, car looks cool. Up close and underneath that front bar, it is scratched and ruined. So that's that. While we're on the topic of scratches, right here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, I'll get the torch from my phone out. There is a scratch right there. So the torch should be sort of on it now. If I just go across, you should be able to see it. I really don't know how it got there. If I had to guess, I do sort of think someone like rubbed it with their finger. I only think that because feeling it and looking at it, it's not something like a rock has done. I know I didn't do it. And at car meets, when people find out this thing's wrapped, I don't know why, but their first reaction is always to feel it. I don't know why that's people's reactions. I don't know what they're going to be able to feel by going, oh yeah, that's a wrap. I've got no idea. I don't know why people do it, but they always do. Let me just get my greasy finger marks off it. But yeah, I think that's what someone's done. I think they've rubbed it to see, you know, if it's a wrap or not, and that's what's come from it. While we're on the topic of scratches and chips, I got plenty in my windscreen. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, a lot of them happened on the Sydney trip, along with these ones. Huge one there. There's another big one here, just to get that one a bit closer, right there. And there's where it's gone through the sort of silver. That's on all of them as well. Like there's big chip, 1, 2, 3. They're all over. All 4 rims sort of got beaten up. Thankfully none cracked with some of the potholes there. I suppose with the front bar as well being dragged over driveways, the mounting spots here have just been cooked. You'll see it sticks out a lot here and droops down. That is because it is held on by zip ties. There's a zip tie at the bottom, zip tie at the top, same with the other side, and one plastic clip that's like right there. Am I ashamed of that? Absolutely not. You do not have a cool car unless there's something held on by zip ties. That's what I think anyway. Not really, but that's what I tell myself. Ignore the rusty rotors, by the way. I did just wash this thing. That's why it looks the way it does. The barrels I didn't focus on too much. Well, the wheels I didn't really focus on, so ignore the state of them. But yeah, front bar, the way it sticks out like it does, as you can see, that really bothers me. I don't like that at all. Thankfully, I am going to go an F6 front bar, just waiting for the right one to pop up. Interior, as you'll see, disgusting. That's a Macca's straw from my drink this morning. And I will get in and show you. Ignore how dirty this is. I don't really clean the interior as much as I should. So, big complaint I have in here is my power tune dash. I absolutely love it. It's not the fact that this dash, I have no problems with that at all, but it's just the placement. It is cool, like when you're at the track, it's awesome where it is. You can see your revs, gear, all that sort of stuff. But just for cruising, it can be a real pain. You know, well, let's just quickly, while we're talking about it, this seat, those squeaks, the squeaks all through the interior, but this one, so annoying. But anyway, while I'm dailying this thing, you know, not caring about that, if I want to check what, you know, my speed is on my cruise control, I have to just snap my neck and constantly go from here to like, to try and see what my cruise control set to, or the range left for the fuel, all that sort of stuff. So that really annoys me. On the track, I love this. It's cool with the PCM tech. It looks cool going through the different tunes. That part I love, but it's purely just always having to go like that. It gets really annoying. Another thing that I just thought of, I put a phone holder in this one, and now when I turn it, it only turns the middle vent. Hopefully you can see that. So, can't actually adjust these ones. I'm sure that's an easy fix, but I haven't done it yet. Oh, and also, my dual climate control doesn't work. I'm fine because I get the aircon and heater if I want it, but this side, which is Gemma's side, is always stuck on aircon. So, sucks to be her. Thankfully for me, it works fine on my end. So that's that. Moving on, I do need to get some double-sided tape. Purely laziness. That has got wet and has failed. Thankfully all along that side is still good. But that is another flaw. And another one which no one seems to notice but me. If you can see from this angle, I'll try zoom in. Can you see the dents that are right here under that little boot lip? I'll try and get it. I can't really see the screen too well, but if you sort of look maybe you can see it a bit better. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how that happened was prying this thing off to wrap the boot. If you don't know, just that little boot lip, I think it was like $1,600 or something from Ford. Now, I'm not going to spend that much on that much of a spoiler. So when we try to like jimmy it off, these crack very, very easy. So we pried it while getting fishing line under it. Didn't notice the boot dents until afterwards. It's not the end of the world. If I can look at that and, you know, it reminds me of, I remember exactly what I was doing at the time. I was wrapping the car with my mate, having a ball, just hanging out with a good friend doing car things, and learning more about wrapping and that sort of stuff. So doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, every time I see it, it drives me crazy, but for what it is, I'm sure a boot's pretty cheap. And there's also a dent right here that was like that when I bought the car, and whatever that is. So yeah, a few dents on that side, a little dent on the right hand side. Again, I'm probably just gonna buy a new boot now that we have taken this off and just double-sided it down. It should be pretty easy to remove and chuck on a new boot. Same with the little chrome that just pops out. I sort of think that's it. I can't think of anything else actually. So, you know, there's not a whole lot. I suppose this is something. I've got little chips out of the window, whatever this is here, the trim. I have Matt at Precision looking for new ones. I just think they're a bit expensive from Ford, so I'm just, maybe some will pop up on Marketplace, I'm not sure. I think that's sort of everything. Yeah, I think that's it. I guess I can go into just something that isn't wrong, but something that I don't like. I think my engine bay is horrendous. Now, there's, you know, obviously battery relocation. That I need to replace. I've needed to replace that for so long. Like, look how dirty it is. I feel so bad, but there's that. But I just think it's ugly. I want to do like the fancy like ECU cover and all that sort of stuff, power steering, but it's just money that I don't want to spend because, I mean, no one sees it anyway, so that's my thoughts behind it. This has got a whole lot of chips in it, but yeah, again, you can't really tell, so it doesn't bother me too much. Oh, I hate closing it with that thing. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, I know this is all over the place, this video, but it's kind of hard to think of the things that I hate because I love this car so much. This is a big one. My boot. Well, not my boot, but my boot setup. The fact that I can't actually use it as a boot. So this was meant to be a false floor that sat like that and had like timber decking, I suppose, that sort of wrapped up and went around. I never actually asked for that. The false floor I asked for was like to be carpeted over so it looked stock, which I did originally get. The carpet was never actually put down, so it was real thin and just slid off the timber that was there. And then yeah, the shop sort of replaced it with this idea, which I didn't know about. It was meant to be a bit of a surprise, but respectfully, I don't like it at all. I took it out once and it never went back in again, and now I'm left with a boot that I can't really use because if I you know, happen to knock a wire out of this and I'm aired out, then I'm sort of screwed. So that's a bit of a complaint. I don't like this. I sort of just wish that this was put up the back there and that could be all closed off, and then I could still have a spare wheel. This could be all closed and I could still use a boot. But yeah, that wasn't done. You know, it will be good with a false floor put in it, then I suppose there's more room, but yeah, that's something that annoys me quite often actually. Yeah, that's everything, I suppose. That's all I've got to complain about, I think. If there's something you don't like about it, feel free to let me know. I don't really mind. I love it, so go ahead, comment what you think I should do to the car, whatever you reckon, just let me know. But I appreciate you watching this, and again, I just want to stress that your car is your car. Enjoy it for what you've made it to do and be, and don't get caught up in the whole Instagram or social media hype. Just enjoy it for what it is. That's what I do with this thing. This is my my daily drive when I'm home. It's perfect for me. It's not perfect for everyone, but it's perfect for me. And yeah, that's why I love it so much. I'll leave it on that, and I'll have a few videos coming soon. So if you're not subscribed already, please do so. Smash the like button, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.